Hello, Facebook land. You might see that today I'm accompanied by my brother. This is Boomer. Hi, Boomer. Hi. Yeah, he's my pal. Yeah, he shows me how to be the change all the times when he's not grumpy. He's just unconditional love, and he sticks by my side and reminds me of, um, yeah, the energy of life that we all carry. So nice. Huh. He's just a sweet little guy. He's a little bit old, so he gets grumpy at times, but he can't help it. Um, and I just wanted to quickly uh, share a little bit of what's going on in my heart. Um, as some of you may know, I have been taking part in a daily gratitude circle that meets 3 times daily. I usually meet twice daily, as I find that having a daily gratitude practice recharges me and refocuses me and gets me to live more in alignment with the nature that is running through me, which is abundant and full of love and light and appreciation, and that multiplies. If you look at a seed from like a fig tree, for example, you got one little seed makes giant tree, makes multiple fruits after fruits after fruits after fruits, and just keeps going through its cycle. And so, yeah, things are, difficult in the world. I guess they always are. And it's really easy to get focused on what's wrong and what's bad and what's not right and what I can't change and how horrible things are. And so at the beginning of the pandemic, John Halcyon started a gratitude circle with Hug Nation, which is a broadcast that he started back in 2001, right after 9/11, inspired by his beloved Grandpa Caleb, who was an enormous light to the world, as is John. And yeah, we started just meeting during the lockdown, and I'm like, of course, sign me up. I'll be there the first day, and as much as I can, because I really believe in the power of appreciation and how it can, um, yeah, just do so much good for myself and for others. And sometimes, it's you're having a bad day and you go into gratitude and you hear all these other people's perspectives about their gratitude and their appreciation for things maybe you haven't even ever thought about. And sometimes it's hard to find gratitude or appreciation in a moment when you're feeling bad. So hearing other people share is really inspiring and reminds us of what's right in the world, as the media and people tend to focus so much on what's wrong. And yeah, something really amazing happened. We had one member of our circle who lives in the Ukraine and was there with her children, and one other member from the gratitude circle who's in Paris decided, okay, let's go get her. And so her husband went and picked up another member of our gratitude circle who's also from the Ukraine, but he was in Germany, and they went and got her at the border, like right before it was going to be, like if they would have got her any later, from what I understand, yeah, I don't know if it would have been possible. And so it's this really beautiful story of how we can use our lives in little ways that have major impact. And yeah, John has made some broadcasts about this and made a GoFundMe page, which I'll post in the description of this video in case you'd like to help Anna and her family and, start making a new life. And, well, you can probably imagine all the different ways that she might need assistance at this time, as she has left everything behind. And Yeah, he's been talking about one of my favorite things about Mr. Rogers is how his mother told him when he asked what to do when there's conflict and major crises in the world. Um, and she said, find the helpers, focus on the helpers. And so he's been talking about that. And I mean, for me, I, I have a special, special connection with this like helper word, um, and really believe also that that's the way. And people will say like, "Oh, you're so positive," and "Oh, you're so you stay so positive. How do you do this?" And it's like, "Oh, that's actually how I do it is by finding the good thing to focus on amidst all of the very dark and disturbing stuff." And yes, that doesn't mean not giving attention to the darkness because that obviously needs to be can't be ignored and just pushed aside. That would be like spiritual bypassing or toxic positivity. Um, but really looking at like the pain that comes up because there's pain when there's stuff going on. There's pain just walking out the door. There's so much pain for me when I go out the door in the city. I see people in pain. I see people focused on like weird brands that purse that cost $3,500 and these shoes and these sunglasses and watches that cost like $10,000. Like, I for me, no judgment to the person that's doing it, but what I see is, yeah, a focus on something that is harming our environment and our culture and separating people. So for me, that becomes pain, as well as like, oh, all of the pollution that we're creating and all of the horrible food that is being offered to me everywhere I look and all of the advertising and all of the plastic and all of the homeless people and all of the problems that are very, very vivid and plenty in the city. And then that's just fine. We just all accept that and we just keep on accepting that and not doing anything. And yeah, when this war started, I have all the I totally understand how painful it is and how scary it is and all these things. But I think, well, we have wars happening every day in all different places. I don't. I mean, I do see a difference as far as like the story is concerned, but it's a bit strange to me that there's not like all people are people. So I don't know. It's a little bit confusing to me that um, we don't seem to extend our hearts as much when it's happening in the Middle East or it's happening in all different places in Africa, a massive continent with the most countries um, of any continent that we tend not to learn the names of in school. Anyway, all these things are very painful. So I recognize that my job is to, you know, process that pain and give attention to it. But that's not how I want to live my life. I don't want to sit around, just being miserable and like focusing on all the pain and how horrible everything is and like building on to that. I want to find peace um, amidst all of the pain and suffering. So one of the best ways to do that is to find the things to be grateful for and also focus on the helpers. So, yeah, I just wanted to share an example of helpers and goodness and encourage anybody and everybody to dig a little bit deeper into their little random acts of kindness bucket and share a little bit more of your heart. Because as we do that, it triggers other people in a good way. No, we usually use that word in a bad thing, like, oh, it triggered me and now I'm feeling bad. It inspires people to do that. And sometimes people are like not sure or don't feel safe or secure to be able to share their hearts because it's often ridiculed in media. And so, like, how about we start doing that more? How about we open our hearts a little bit more, and be open to like experiencing the pain that needs to be processed, because it's got to be processed to move on and to build something new. And all of the young people are really counting on us. And yeah, I just feel that uh, we could all do a little bit more to connect genuinely and to be kinder and help more. Um, and thank you. I wish you lots of love and lots of peace and freedom.